Hey, teenagers, young people, thank you for coming back again and again and again and again and again. I wished you last episode, I'm going to wish you again Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Have an amazing year ahead of you. May this year be an year filled with favor, filled with providence, and filled with breakthrough. Right. We started something last year. Remember that? The end of the year, we started something called the 5 killers that will stop us in our tracks. The first killer we talked about was unconfessed sin, right? And the second killer that we talked about was disobedience. Today we're going to talk about the third killer. The third killer is our motives, wrong motives. What is going to be our motive behind what we do and how we do it? What it is, many a times, it's just the place of selfishness that we begin to really do certain things, right? We sometimes, want certain things to happen in our own eagerness to see certain things happen. What's our motive? Is our motive right? Is our motive pleasing before the Heavenly Father? Even when I talk to my friend, even if I'm going to talk to my parents, even if I'm going to talk to somebody outside, even if I'm going to do something outside, I can make them believe that I'm doing it with the right motive, but we need to check our heart. Our thermometer has to be put here. I love that statement of Corrie ten Boom. When God measures a man, he doesn't put the tape around his head, but he puts a tape around his heart. I love that statement. When God measures you and me, he's not going to put a tape around the head. No. How much I know, how much I have done it, and how well I have done it, he's going to put a tape around our heart. In that place to understand what's our motive, to that place where I'm very honest, very, very honest. I might have shared about this before. This one book that I had called The Shadow of the Almighty, a journal of Jim Elliot, a guy who went among the Akka tribes, and he wanted to go and help those people and share about the Heavenly Father, but he died. And I love his journal. In his journal, I see a lot of letters. He had a girlfriend at one point. When he had that girlfriend, he would write a letter to the girlfriend, and then he would have that conviction saying, your motive was not so right. And then he would write another letter asking sorry for the previous letter and some of the statements that he had made. And by the time he finished it, and then he would write another letter. Those days there was no emails or anything. It's letters that were sent again and again. And he would write the third letter saying, even on the second letter, my motives were not absolutely transparent and right. I'm so sorry. And I loved that. As a teenager, when I read that, it was a book somebody had gifted me. It was almost like my Bible. I was reading that journal. What captured my heart is, here is a young man walking in that place of absolute holiness, walking in that place of absolute transparency. That captured my heart. As a young person, it captured my heart. And I love Jim Elliot's statement, a holy man is an awesome weapon in the hands of God. A holy man is an awesome weapon in the hands of God. See, our motives matter. With what motive am I doing it? Sometimes we do it with a motive saying, I'm going to do this and this person is going to do this. That's called expectation, right? And sometimes when they don't do it the certain way, we get hurt. We just said, I thought, I would have done it. What's my motive? Is my motive that I'm doing it as unto the Lord? Is my motive that I'm just going to do it just to bless this person? Is my motive is just simply in a place to say, I don't going to expect anything. I'm not going to, work for anything. I'm not going to look for anything. I'm just going to do it because the Lord led me. Is my motive that way? I'm just coming from a shop. I had to take one of my son to get some football studs and things like that. And I've just, I was on the counter, for the billing. And this girl, bright looking girl, looked at me and said, "Hi uncle, how are you doing?" And I suddenly realized, I know her. Yeah, I know her. And then, some of those memories came back, and I just said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Uncle, I made a big shift in my life. And I'm doing so well. I finished my college. I am an in charge here in this particular store that I'm in right now." I just said, "Wow, good for you, good for you." And she simply said this, "Uncle, you remember that season that I was doing certain things, expecting certain things, I was doing certain things with the wrong ways that I wanted certain things, I think that particular season where you helped me, changed my life. I mean, I was really blessed, and we didn't have time to talk because there were people waiting in line in the building, right? So I quickly said, I'll see you later, and I just came off. See, it all depends. Our lives begin to change. It all depends on our motives. Motives that people don't see. Motives that people can't understand sometimes. Motives that people don't even recognize. Motives that people don't even expect. It's between me and my Heavenly Father. Is my motive right? May this year, Jan 2023, as you're walking in, may this year be an year where you walk in the right motives. You walk in those honest motives. Walk in those motives. And remember that statement, motives matter. Take care.